Alright, so there you go. That was the new theme song that I've been teasing you guys about. Um, then you saw the new Facebook cover, you saw the new album artwork. You guys can see the new album artwork on iTunes and SoundCloud, and at the beginning of clearly the podcast. And another new thing that we're going to be doing is this video podcasting. I never have done this before, obviously, because you guys know. But yeah, episode 21, bunch of new stuff, new song, new artwork, everything. And this is how it's going to be from now on for most of my podcasts. I'm still going to do some audio, but this is how it's going to be because I'm also running out of storage on my computer, so I need to get that fixed. And it's taking up a lot of space. So, first things first. Rest in peace to Vinnie Paul. Um, that news came out of nowhere, and I'm completely shocked as to what happened because he was fine. I just watched a podcast with him a couple days ago, and I saw a live video of him. He was cooking out, barbecuing, and then all of a sudden it's all of this. So it's just crazy. So this episode is dedicated to Vinnie Paul. And as you can see, I'm listening to Hell Yeah right now. I know most of you know him for Pantera. I love Pantera. But I've actually had the chance to see Hell Yeah twice. Twice. And so Hell Yeah is like one of the best bands I've ever listened to. And just his drumming is fantastic. And like, I don't know. It's just Pantera and Hell Yeah, my favorites. And I haven't heard too much of Damage Plan, but there's a lot to go around, and I'm gonna check out that first album that they have, the first and only album. And it's so sad. Like it's just really sad to just even think about how he was here literally 1 week ago, and then all of a sudden he wasn't here 1 week ago. So rest in peace, Vinnie Paul. It's just I'm still in shock that this happened. Um, yeah. So first things first today, we are going to talk about a couple things. Is this new movie, Doctor Sleep, or the Shining sequel? And as most of you already know, it's a Stephen King, and he wrote this book couple of years ago, and it's called Doctor Sleep. It's about it's a sequel to The Shining, where Danny Torrance is now an adult, and he's just doing a whole bunch of stuff. He actually becomes an alcoholic because he's trying to cope with everything that happened with his father, Jackie Torrance. So yeah, so that movie is actually in production right now, and Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, is cast as Danny Torrance, which came interesting to me because I don't understand why they didn't just pick Danny Lloyd, the original Danny Torrance. I mean, I love Ewan McGregor, so it doesn't matter really to me. Hello there. Um, so it's just amazing. Like I can already tell he's gonna be great in that. He was just cast as Christopher Robin in the new Christopher Robin movie, and yeah, he has a whole bunch of stuff. Like he was in the Moulin Rouge, obviously Star Wars. Crazy, crazy, honestly. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that is, and that should be good. That should be really good. So tell me what your opinions are on that movie, and or sorry, tell me what you guys think about Ewan McGregor being Danny Torrance. Next up on the list, there's not really a list. I don't have a list here, but I saw Poison and Cheap Trick last week, and it was amazing. Cheap Trick was phenomenal. Poison was great as always. It was my first time seeing Cheap Trick, second time seeing Poison, and I really didn't know what to expect. Because Cheap Trick is kind of more classic rock, and then Poison's more hair metal. But yeah, Poison, kind of the same set list that I saw last year from the Times Union Center in Albany. I saw them in Wantagh, New York, at the Jones Beach Theater, Northwell at North. I'm tired. But yeah, then Cheap Trick opened for them, and it was interesting because I didn't know what to expect from Cheap Trick. I knew what five, maybe four songs in total. Um, and yeah, but it was great. Like I can't really tell you who was better. Poison was better in my opinion because it was like I knew more songs, but Cheap Trick sounded amazing. Like I was actually surprised at how good they sounded, and it was wow, amazing. Like I actually went home after that and listened to more Cheap Trick. Um, let's see. Next on my concert list, I'm actually going to Vans Warped Tour. Vans Warped Tour, as you all know, is the last cross country tour this year. It has all the pop punk metal bands. That's going to be a great show. Going to Hartford, July 15th. So I hope some of you are there. We can mosh together. Um, and I'm excited to see this. My actually have all the bands I want to see, and I'm definitely checking out. And I've played them on here before. Necrogoblicon, that's my number one. Necrogoblicon's my number one. Ice Nine Kills, Every Time I Die, Crown the Empire, Chelsea Grin, Kubla Khan, Twisted, Wage War, Issues, Mayday Parade, State Champs, With Confidence, and maybe Falling in Reverse. Those are my go-to bands um, for that tour. I hope I get to see all the bands that are on my list. Yeah. So it's going to be good. I hope to see some of you there. I'm trying to actually get a really big interview with Necrogoblicon, so I hope that works out. I'm waiting to hear back from the general manager. Um, Next up on that, after Warped Tour, I have Impact Festival. Impact Festival is with Slayer on Friday. That's Slayer's headlining. So Slayer, Lamb of God, Napalm Death, Anthrax, and Testament. Yeah. And then Saturday, Avenged Sevenfold and Prophets of Rage are headlining with a whole bunch of other bands. And Sunday, Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie. And that's in Bangor, Maine. That's Stephen King's hometown, so I'm excited for that. We're going to be doing a Stephen King tour. So I'm going to get to see where Pennywise snatched Georgie. Get to see the Pet Cemetery where Gage was buried. And a whole bunch of other stuff. Like I got to see the water tower where it was filmed and all of that cool stuff. So that's going to be, I'm very excited for that. Very excited. Let's see. Let's listen to some Pantera. Pantera. I've never done a video podcast before, so bear with me. Bear with me, please. All right. Yeah. There's not really much else to this podcast. I apologize, but this is how it's going to be from now on. I'm going to try to do as many video podcasts as possible, and there might be a slight delay in podcasts because of my storage on my laptop. If any of you know how to clear up any storage, please let me know because I need to start making films for you guys. I'm also another addition to this. My podcasts are going to be on the website when I get there. When it's all done, you can be able you'll be able to listen to the podcast on the website itself. You just click play, and then you can scroll through the whole page, look at everything, look at all the information, tells you about the show, and listen to my voice. All right, and yeah, so that's really it for this week's episode. Just to kind of give you like a insight of what's going to be happening. I'm also going to be at Comic-Con in Foxwoods Resort Casino tomorrow. And that's where Kane Hodder, Robert Englund, a few other people. Kane Hodder and Robert Englund are my favorites that are going there. And I'm going to try to see them. Going to try to ask them a few questions. So hopefully I can get some nice video or some good audio for you guys. And yeah. So interviews, for the most part, are going to be in person, kind of. If they're phone interviews, I'll do one like this and then have it in person. I'll record me talking to them. There we go. Alright. So yeah, thank you all for watching. And this is the start to a new era for the Circle Pit. I hope you all enjoy the new logo, the new song, and of course the new formats. Thank you all for your support, and this is just the beginning. Trust me. Stay metal, rest in peace, Vinnie Paul. You're always going to be in our hearts, and still can't believe it, but you're with Dime now. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Stay metal, everyone.